And we're back. Just got done with the mowing, so we're gonna get this put up over here in building B. Jim told me to put the stuff over here, that way they could get cleaned up and whatnot before they get put back out on the yard. So next we have to pick up all the grass clippings and whatnot. Oh no, before we do that, we gotta actually windrow it. So we're gonna go over here to the yard and grab the windrow that Jim said that I could use, and get that going. Let's see, it's the only one they actually have on the yard. So right now, I guess the rest of them are rented out or whatnot. Let's go ahead and get that connected and get out there. I'll be the first to tell you, it ain't gonna be necessarily super straight lines. I'm not too good with the windrow yet. I haven't done it much. Whoa! The steering on this with that windrow is kind of crazy. It should probably get a weight on the front, but I didn't see them have any weights out here, so guess we're just gonna have to make do. Let's make sure I don't hit that gate. Just have to make do with what we have. I guess I could go in and ask, but I'll be honest, I'm already in the tractor. I don't really want to go in and do it. So what we're gonna do is, I think we'll hit this front part up here. We'll get the drone up and get this going and go from there. So I will see you all when it's done.
Hey, you're back with Cass here on the Haywire 97.9 FM. It's a beautiful afternoon out there. Skies still crystal clear and sitting at a perfect 61 degrees. We're still headed toward that high of 63 before the evening rolls in. A little breeze out there too, so if you're out and about, it's a good day to soak it in. All right, crank it up. Here's one straight from Rust County Revival. This is Rust and Glory, only on the Haywire 97.9 FM.
Dragging on. every mile, every battered old story. We wear it like a crown, yeah, it's rust and glory. Rust and glory. Yeah, rust and glory.
Alright, it's just 7 minutes past 2 o'clock, and got all of that windrowing done. Get this over to building B with the rest of the equipment, and then we'll get on to the next part, which is actually picking up the grass itself. So we'll have to switch over to my tractor because it's got the trailer already on it. So let's see, we need to get this over here and in front of those mowers. So let's see, get this. Oop. It's a little tall up top. Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and straighten this out and get this put in here. Alright, I think that'll work right there. So we'll go ahead and drop that. And we'll take this back over, get into our tractor. And Jim said that the forage pickup that we're going to be using is over in building A. Now, I've never used this type of forage pickup. Usually, you know, we have the forage pickup trailers. This one actually goes on the front of the tractor, and I've never used one of those types before, so it's going to be something new, something different. So we'll see how that works. Let's see, I'm going to have to figure out where a best place is to put my weight. You know, I guess I could have grabbed the weight off this tractor and put it on that one when I was doing the windrowing. That's what I get for not thinking. But, let's see, where am I going to put this so it's out of the way? Best place is probably going to be right inside the shop here, just past the door. So I don't want anybody tripping over it or anything, so maybe right here underneath that window. Yeah, right there. I think that's where we're going to put it. Guess that's the forager right there in front of us. So let's go ahead and get connected to it and see if we can't figure out how to use this thing. Back up just a little bit, just so I can get out that door on the side. So I'm not going to back completely up out of this shed this way. Yeah. Alright, so like I said, I've never used this particular type of forage before, so it's going to be a little slow at the beginning until I get the hang of it and whatnot. Should be pretty straightforward though. You know, making sure that it's lowered and that it's shooting into the trailer and that it's on and whatnot. So shouldn't be too much. So let's see. Let's go ahead and lower it. Oh, I need to open the pipe up. Let's get that pipe out. So it is out. Let's get it turned on. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Cool. I don't know how fast I can go with it, so we'll try speeding up a little bit, see what I can do here. 12 miles per hour. I think that's going to probably be the fastest that I'm going to want to go with it. Let's see. Take this turn nice and slow. Alright. I guess we can go a little bit faster now that we're on the straight line. But this is filling up the trailer fast. We're already at like 63%. And we're not even done with one line. So this is going to take a while to do. Well, we just hit 100%. And we didn't even get one line done. So let's go ahead and back this up a little bit. Unattach the forager. Jim said that I can take the grass over to the animal diller because they'll use it to feed the sheep and the goats and whatnot. So we'll get that over there, but first, since I'm going to be out on the road, I should probably close this cover. There we go. So I haven't actually been to the animal diller over here yet. I know it's just right over here to the left of us, but I actually haven't been over there yet. I'm not 100% sure where we're supposed to drop this off at. So let's get over here and see if we can't find that out. And I think since we didn't even get one row done, there's going to be a lot of trips doing it, so I should probably put this camera down and actually get to work because it's going to take me a little while to do. So I'm going to get up here and get this unloaded, and then I will cut back in with you guys once we are done with it. Now, I know this is where you drop bells off. Is this where you're going to drop the... Yep, this is it. So I'll see you when it's done. So it's a 3:15, so didn't take quite as long as I thought it was going to, but that is done. So another job marked off the list. So we'll get this over here, and I'm not sure what we're supposed to do next. So I'll get this put up over here and then head back over and talk to Jim and see what he has for us next to do. I'm not 100% sure what we have. So, I think before I do that though, before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab my weight. The last thing I want to do is forget that that's there. So let's go ahead and get that attached back up. Alright, now that's back on. Let's go ahead and go in and talk to Jim and see what he has next for us. I think I needed to let him know that it's probably going to need a spray or something, because that that parking lot is still pretty green. So we'll see what he says. But let's go ahead and run inside and go have a talk with Jim. Hey Jim, I got all of that grass picked up and dropped off over at the animal dealer. What's next?
That's great, HK. It looks like it's coming along.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something about the gravel parking lot though. It's still very grassy.
Yeah, we actually have a trailer of new gravel to put down. It is on the side of Building B. Go ahead and grab it and then talk to Jason to get the skid steer to spread it out, please.
Oh, okay, you got it. I'll be on my way and get that done now. Thanks. Alright, well, looks like we got our marching orders. They must have already thought that through, that they were going to need to lay some new gravel down and whatnot. So, said it was over by Building B on the side. So, let's see, it's not on this side. So I'm going to assume it's on this side, parked under the awning. Let's see. Yep. Cool. So let's go ahead and back up and grab this trailer. We'll go get this emptied out onto the gravel parking lot, and then we'll come back and talk to Jason about getting the skid steer to spread it out a little bit and try and compact it in. I don't really have a heavy roller that I can roll it with, so I'm gonna have to make do with the skid steer. Let's get up here. And I want to make sure that I get it where that parking lot starts. So once I get up here a little bit, I'll jump out and make sure it's where I want it. Let's see, is this at the edge of the parking lot? Yep, that'll work. Cool, so let's get in, and we're just gonna go ahead and start lifting that trailer, and we're gonna pull forward nice and slow as we do it, just so it comes out in a line, so we can start picking it up with the skid steer and start spreading it out. Looking at that, so that's done. We're probably gonna need, I'm probably gonna tell them that we're gonna need another trailer of gravel. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but we'll see. That didn't even cover the whole parking lot, and it's only about half of it, so probably need to do a few more runs of those potentially, but we'll figure that out once we get going with the skid steer and see what we need to do. So let's go talk to Jason about getting that skid steer. Park this up right over here and run over there and have a chat with them. Hey Jason, Jim told me to come talk to you about getting the skid steer.
Sure thing, the keys are in it. Just put the forks over there by the shelves.
You got it, thanks. Alright, let's get this turned on and get this over here by the shelves like he asked. Then I gotta find the bucket to be able to spread those, so... Oh, I see the bucket. It's over there under the awning. So it's behind the trailer. So let's go ahead and get over here and get that. And then we'll get started moving that gravel. This is going to be a tight fit. Let's see. Now, let's back up and not hit the wood. Yahtzee, we got it. That works for me. Cool. Alright, so let's get over here and start getting this spread out. I think it's gonna take a little while to do, and like I said, I think we're gonna need a couple more trailerfuls of gravel to do the whole parking lot. But we'll see what we can get done with this first one, and then I'll run in and talk to Jason, or Jim. Jim's the one that's in charge of the project. I'll go talk to Jim and see what we can do. So let's take a look at what we have. Yep. Alright, well, let's get started and start moving this around a little bit. Let's see, let's grab a little bit here. There we go. I'm gonna come up over here off to the side. Up, back. Slowly letting it come out. There we go. Man, this is This is going to take a little while. But it's work that needs to be done. So we're here. Let's get it going. Get that angle just right and start lowering it. There we go. Let's go ahead and go get us another load here. Lift it up and start emptying. Oh, too much. Let's go back and pick that back up. There we go. It's a little bit more than what I wanted to grab, but we'll get it to work. Lowering it out. There we go. Lift it up. Let's go over here off to the side. Alright guys, well, I think I'm gonna get working on this and emptying it out and whatnot. See how long this is gonna take. If I'm guessing it's gonna take a little bit of time to do, but let me just finish this out real quick, and then I want to jump out and take a look, and then I'll bring you guys back in when we're done. There we go. Let's jump out and take a look. Yeah, it's slowly working, but we got a lot to do, so we will catch back to you when we're done. Well, 4 truckloads later and an hour to 2 hours later, finishing up my last path. Yeah, so they brought in 4 more truckloads, trailer loads of gravel, but I have to say it turned out really nice. Still would recommend spreading some killer on the weeds and whatnot, otherwise they're going to start growing back through. But it actually looks like a parking lot again, so that is a win in my book. So got that all flattened out, spread out evenly. So I think that's pretty much it. I know that they're going to be leaving, or they technically close in like 10 minutes. So get the skid steer back over by the tractor, and then we'll run in and see if there's anything else that Jim needs, because there's still daylight, so I can still help a little bit if they need it, or what exactly their plans are. And we'll go from there and see what all needs to be done. So yeah, I think right here will work. Let's go in and have a chat with Jim. Actually, let me close this gate. I forgot to close it earlier. Now we can go chat with Jim. Alright, Jim, all that's done. It's all spread out. It looks much better now. I'm probably going to want to spray just to make sure, to kill all the weeds and stuff and grass that potentially is going to come through it. But it's done. Is there anything else you need me to do?
Nope, that was all that we needed. You got through that work fast this afternoon. It's almost closing time already.
Yeah, so it is. You got less than 10 minutes that you guys are closing. Do you want me to help put up any of that equipment and clean it off or anything?
I think we are good. Keith and Jason are already out there cleaning them up, and we'll get them put back up where they need to be.
Alright then, well, I guess I'll be on my way. Thanks for the work today.
No, thank you HK for offering to help. I wasn't sure if we were going to find anyone to do it. It's the busiest time of the year for us, so I am not able to get out there and do it myself.
Well, it's done now, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I almost forgot. Here HK. Here's $20,000 for the work today. Also, your fertilizer spreader will be here at 8 a.m. and will be ready for you to pick up. Have a great night HK.
Jim, you didn't have to do that. Thanks. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be here in the morning to get it. So, alright, you have a good night. I am gonna head out then. Thanks, bud. Wow. I really wasn't expecting that kind of money from doing this work today. Yeah, I know I've been doing the contracts and getting that, so it's a fair rate, but I wasn't trying to come in here and collect on money from them. I just wanted to help since it sounded like he needed the help. So he really didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it, and definitely put that money to use. It's probably going to go right back into his pocket, and he probably knows that. I need equipment and whatnot, but that is going to do it for today. It's been a long day out in the fields with contract work this morning, and then working on that this afternoon. So I'm going to call it there, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying the Farm Rescue series. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let your friends know about it. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace. Welcome back to HK Valley on Farm Rescue. So it's 7:45 in the morning, and I've been busy this morning and last night. I went ahead and accepted some contracts. I did a contract for David, a stone picking contract. It was $42,739. Then did a weeding contract for Walter and Ben. Walter's was $9,869, and Ben's was $19,449. That brings our new total to $140,892 for our current bank account. But that's enough of that. We need to get moving because we got work to do today. So I did save the stones off the stone picking contract. You can see the pile there in front. That's where I ended up putting it. Probably figure out someplace to move it. That way it's not in my walkway, but right now I get to stand on top of it and say that I'm king of the hill. So, makes me happy. But anyways, doing those contracts, we did come up with a problem. And that problem is right there. That tractor. So, we jump in here, you can look down at my lower right hand corner, you can see we have two problems. We got a repair item that is very low for that gauge and a fuel gauge that's low. We can solve one of those problems right now by putting some fuel in. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. And while I'm putting the fuel in, I'm going to go ahead and pull down the fertilizer that we have, because at 8 o'clock we're supposed to be able to pick up our new fertilizer spreader. So we're going to be getting out in the fields and using that today. So get that out over here. Oop, a little too far. Let's move that back. And that should be done fueling now. So let's go ahead and jump back in. The other problem is that repair gauge. Now, I'm hoping that I can get through these fields at least. If I can get through these fields, I don't mind being out of tractor for however long it takes to get fixed. But if I can't, then that's going to cause some problems, because I need to get those fields done this month as soon as possible. So that's our problem. We'll see if we can't get it resolved and whatnot. Maybe I'll talk to Jim and Jason and see if they have anything available. But that's where we're headed. We're headed up to Ridgeline now, and let's go pick up that spreader. Oh, looks like Jim is out in the parking lot. And they've added some barriers around. Let's get up over here and park, and we're early, so let's see if he needs any help with anything. So yeah, we'll park right here. And yeah, let's go see if he needs any help. Can't get through over there, so let's come over here. Oh, invisible barrier. Still barrier. Alright, well that means we just gotta walk really close to this barrier. There we go. So, let's come over here and see if he needs any help or what he's doing out here in the parking lot.
You are here a little early, aren't you, HK?
Well, that might be that way for some people, but for me, growing up with my dad, he was very punctual on his time, and he basically told you if you're on time, you're late, so it's always good to show up early. But anyhow, I'm just checking to see if that fertilizer spreader was ready, and was driving by and saw that you were out over here putting up these cones, so just figured I'd see if you needed any help.
My dad was the same way. I guess, I'm just not used to that anymore. It's rare to see that in today's world, you know, but that's for another day. Let's get you your spreader. It showed up this morning and it is ready to go. I think you are going to really be happy with it.
That's great. I'm really looking forward to using it. I already got the fertilizer down, and I got to get those 2 fields fertilized. But hey, how far are you guys backed up on repairing things?
You will have to check with Jason on that one. Your tractor was sounding a little rough. Here is your new spreader.
Wow, thanks, Jim. I wasn't expecting it to come with the cover and whatnot. I appreciate that. And it's good to go?
Yep, it's good to go.
Wow. Alright, well, then I'll get hooked up and I'll try and talking with Jason and whatnot. See you later. Alright. So we finally got our spreader. So now we just need to get out to the fields and hope that this tractor will last that long before it gets to a point where it just isn't gonna work anymore or whatnot. I don't want to get it to that point, so I'm not gonna try to force it if it doesn't sound right or feel right, but we'll see how it handles and go from there. You know, with it being a used tractor and getting it at a discounted price, I found very quickly that doing those contracts, it definitely has seen better days. You know, we're sitting at what, 29 hours on it, but you know, for the price, I couldn't pass it up. It's gonna work for now. I just may have to change it from every 6 months of maintenance to maybe 3 or 2 or whatever I need to do to make sure it's in tip-top shape and whatnot, so it'll continue to work for us. But something that I was thinking, you know, I did those contracts. I'm sitting at $140,000. We have a lot of sheds on our property, and they're old, they're falling apart, and I don't need that many sheds. I'm really only using one shed, if that. So I may actually see if there's a place that I can recycle the wood to or something. So I'm probably going to look into that a little bit over the next couple weeks. Probably really focus heavily on that after the Planters Forum, because that's just in 2 weeks. But let's get up here and get this fertilizer in, and I think we're going to do the grass field first. It's a smaller field, and I don't have a lot of fertilizer as it is. I know I'm going to have to buy some more. So hopefully there's enough to do at least that field, and we'll see where we go from there. Like, this one here has 200, and this one has 1,000. So just barely over 1,200 liters of fertilizer. So I'm hoping it's enough. If not, it's not like I can't go and buy some more. But I know that I originally bought 4 bags, and it only took 3 to do both fields when I did them last time. So at least I know that going forward. I know about how much I need for these fields. So, alright. Let's get out on that field. Make sure that cover's closed. It is. Cool. Alright, so I will see you guys all up on the grass field.
That was Diesel Dreams by Thunder Rail. Pure octane for your Monday morning. Max the Axeman Bishop here on the Haywire, 97.9 FM. And it's a balmy 74 degrees at 7:51 a.m. We're looking at a high of 93 around 1 o'clock. Sunscreen and water, people. This ain't mild weather, it's field cooking weather. Now hey, we're just 2 weeks out from the Farmers Planting Forum. You know the deal. Big machines, good food, and the whole farm crew showing up. More on that soon. Real quick, shout out to the YouTube crew. 55.2% of y'all are subscribed. Love to see it, but that means 44.8% are just watching from the fence row. Go ahead and hit that button, join the crew, and let's grow this thing together. Next track up, Stihl Horizons by Chrome Valley. Let it roll. This is the Haywire, 97.9 FM. I'm Max, and you're exactly where you need to be.
Wheels on fire, I hit the line. Burning daylight, chasing time. Dust in the mirror, past in the ash. Every mile's a memory I left fast. No rearview dreams, just open sky. Steel in my veins and wind in my cry. collecting smoke. The road's still mine. Still horizons burning bright, where the lost find peace in the black of night. No map, no change, no guide, just a heart that howls in a tank full of pride. Still horizons, yeah, right. Still horizons.
Just enough fertilizer, sitting at 2% or 82 liters. But let me tell you, this tractor is not going to be able to do that oat field before it gets repaired. It's running really rough. I'm hearing this knocking and whatnot. So I'm going to have to take it in, and hopefully they're not too far behind and I might be able to get it back today, maybe. If not, hopefully by the end of the month, because I got to get these fields fertilized. I can't let them not go without. I guess if push comes to shove, I'll lease a tractor if I have to, but would rather use my own. It's just, it's not gonna last through that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop off this fertilizer spreader here, and I'm gonna run up to Ridgeline, and I need to get some more fertilizer in order to do the oat field, and at the same time I will talk to Jason and see if he's got any available slots to take a look at it. So I will catch you guys up at Ridgeline when we get up there. Looks like he's got all of his doors shut, so hopefully he's here. I don't know. Oh, there's a beller that's in there. Oh, there's the gate. The garage door is open on the other side, but I didn't see him through the window there. So let's go check if he's over here on this side. Oh yeah. Hey Jason, just what I needed. How'd you know I needed fertilizer?
Hi HK, I didn't know. I was just restocking the shelf. How many do you need?
You know, I think I'll take the same order as what I did last time. I'll take 4, please. But I don't need it just yet. Actually, I needed to talk to you about what your schedule looks like on maintenance and repair, and if you have any available slots currently.
I see. Well, we will have to go take a look. It's a busy time right now with planting season starting. You wouldn't believe how many new farmers wait until planting season to check their equipment, just to find that there is something wrong with it. I wish the new farmers were more like Walter. He brings his stuff in like a month before it's needed to get his maintenance done. Okay, let's see what we got in the book here. What are you needing me to look at?
Well, I bought that used tractor from the used dealership just over there, and they repaired everything. They said everything was good to go, but I don't know, after putting a couple hours on it doing contracts and whatnot, it's just got this knocking sound and it's running really rough for the tractor. So that's what I need you to look at.
Yeah, I know the place. I wouldn't trust their mechanic. So many people buy stuff there and bring it to me, and I can find all kinds of things they missed. Looking at the schedule, if you leave it here I might be able to take a look at it today. But, unless I have the parts to get it fixed, it might have to wait until after the farmer's planting forum. I am pretty booked up until then.
Geez, that's like 2 weeks away, but I get it. I understand. You know, yeah, here's the keys, and it's just parked right out front there. So I'll leave you to it, and just give me a call or let me know when it's done. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Well, 2 weeks. That's the end of April. That'll be too late to fertilize. So let's hope that he has the parts to fix it and I can get it before then. I really don't want to walk home. Let's go stop back in with Jim and see if he needs any help with anything. Maybe I can at least help him out and maybe get an answer about my tractor before I head home. Let's jump in here and see what Jim's up to. Jim, good buddy, old pal, what you doing?
Good buddy, old pal? That's a new 1HK. What can I do for you?
Well, Jason's got my tractor for the next 2 weeks or longer. So I was just checking before I walked home if you needed any additional help for the Farmers Planting Forum setup.
Currently, no. We have to wait a few more days for the vendors to get here. Once they get here, they will start setting everything up. They do everything. I just lend them the land and help out when asked.
I get you. I understand. Yeah, alright, well, I guess I'll maybe head over to the farmer's market and see if I can't get a contract or something. It seems like a waste of a day just to go home and do nothing when there's plenty of stuff that could be done. It's only 10 after 8 right now, so it would just be a wasted day if I didn't do something. So I will talk to you later on. Thanks, bud.
Have a good 1HK.
Well, let's get over to the farmer's market and hopefully I can secure a contract or something. It would just, like I said, it wouldn't feel right just to waste the day. You know, there's plenty of stuff to do. It's just I need the tractor to do it. I really don't want to spend the money right now to lease a tractor, especially, he said, if he didn't have the parts. So he might be able to get it done before then. So I would hate to lease something and then not use it. Alright, let's see. Any cars coming that way? That way? Nope. Alright, let's run across. Alright, hey. What's that new poster on the barn? Farmers Planting Forum, last week of April. Oh, they finally got a flyer up for it. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, wish me luck. Good news, bad news. Good news, I got us a contract. I ran into Lloyd, and I guess he wants some grass planted up by the baseball field, so the Little League team has somewhere to practice. Bad news, still gotta walk home. So, I'm gonna start walking home, and hopefully it don't take too long to get home. I've never walked here, so this will be fun to check out the area and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll catch back up with you guys when I get to the farm. That was a horrible walk. Don't get me wrong, it's flat and what you would expect in Michigan. Good thing it's not winter. I wouldn't do it in winter. But it took like 27 minutes to walk home. But let's go ahead and jump in the truck, and we're going to head off to where the baseball diamonds are at and take a look at his field. He said the tractor and seeder's already up there. So we'll get up there and get in it and get that grass field planted. So I'll catch you guys up at the field. You know, I used to play Little League Baseball. I was an outfielder because I wasn't very good at it. So it didn't last very long, but I did enjoy playing baseball. So it would be nice to get a field for the Little League team to have a place to practice and whatnot. So let's go ahead and park up over here. And you know, I haven't been to a baseball game, what, probably 15, 16 years. Kind of miss watching baseball. You know, I don't like watching it on TV, but I love going to a actual field and seeing it in person. It's a completely different experience. Maybe I'll see about checking out the game that's going on tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But first we need to get in this and get this field planted. So let's see if I can figure out how to use this tractor. I've never used it before. So what does this button do? That should open it? No, that did nothing. Alright, what about this one? Yeah, it looks like that is opening the seeder. Okay, cool. Now we just need to get it lowered. Let's see, this button right here. Okay, that lowered. Alright, and move forward a little bit. Let's go ahead and set up the GPS. Okay, GPS is set up, and of course I'm not in a straight line, so let's fix that a little bit. Get out on the field a little bit. Alright, now next thing is turning this on. There we go, that should have worked. And we're off. We're going to get the drone up and turn on the radio and sit back and relax.
Well, it's coming up on 8:52 here in Frankenmuth, and if you're just rolling out or already knee-deep in the day, I got something to keep your gears grinding. We played this one back in episode 2, and you folks let me know it hit just right, so we're bringing it back. This next one's got that long day energy, that sun in your eyes, boots in the dust kind of soul. From the barn burners, here's Sweat on the Steering Wheel.
Grip won't hold, chasing the horizon like a story untold. Gasoline whispers in the summer heat. The road's a rebel and it won't retreat. Sunburned skin and a radio hum. Every mile's a battle, but I won't succumb. A busted map crumpled on the seat. Life ain't pretty, but it sure ain't neat. Sweat on the steering wheel, driving me wild. Lost in the madness like a reckless child. The lines blur fast under tire and steel. Freedom's found in the grip I feel. Tires scream loud like a midnight fight, chasing ghosts through the black and white. A shadow in the mirror, it won't let go. Racing the demons only I know. The engine growls like a beast in pain. Every turn a gamble in this twisted game. I'm burning up, but I won't slow down. In this machine, I'll never drown. Sweat on the steering wheel, driving me wild. Lost in the madness like a reckless child. The lines blur fast under tire and steel. Freedom's found in the grip I feel. Engine growls out like a beast in pain. Every turn a gamble in this twisted game. I'm burning up, but I won't slow down. In this machine, I'll never drown. Sweat on the steering wheel, driving me wild. Lost in the madness like a reckless child. The lines blur fast under tire and steel. Freedom's found in the grip I feel.
Well, that's finished. And I will tell you, I will never purchase or use that seeder again. It was so hard to maneuver and get it to turn like I wanted it to. So this Ultima 800 is not going to be in the HK Valley farm. I will find me something else. But anyhow, guys, thanks for following along with me today. That's going to do it for this episode. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the farm rescue series. And make sure, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Welcome back, guys. So I did a little bit of shopping because I found out that my silo that I have back here behind this barn actually will take the gravel, and I didn't know that. So I went ahead and bought me a wheelbarrow and a shovel. Like I said in the last episode, I need to move this gravel from where I put it. But I would have known that it went in the silo, I would have put it in the silo instead of putting it here as this pile. But I did it, and I do now. So that's what we're going to start off this episode doing, is grabbing some of this gravel. There we go. Putting it into the wheelbarrow. And then moving it into the silo itself. Now, we know that it's going to take a little bit of time, so what I'll do probably is fill up the wheelbarrow for the first run, and then I'll probably cut out and come back once I've got it completed, because there's a lot of gravel here, and the wheelbarrow only holds, I think it's 1,500, and I think I have 3.5 trailers of gravel that I dropped off from the contract. So, right. Let's see. Oh, there's still some in there. Alright, well, let's re-scoop that back up. Get that full again. Readjust it. Maybe I just need to have it adjusted better to put it in there. Oh, I'm a dummy. The wheelbarrow's already full. Let me throw this down. We'll get it in the wheelbarrow, we'll get it put in, and I'll cut back with you guys once we get the rest of that gravel in the silo. Alright, just putting the last little bit in the wheelbarrow. Let's go ahead and put the shovel off to the side over here. And, of course, it falls. Let's pick it back up and try and put it in there a little bit better. Straighten it out. There we go. Put it in at an angle. That worked. Alright, so yeah, we got the last little bit here on the wheelbarrow to put in. So, figured I'd bring you guys back in as I ran it over to the silo to put it in the silo. So, plans for today, hopefully, we hear something about my tractor, or so we can get out in the field and do the fertilizing on the oat field, or contract work until we get our tractor back. That's the only thing that we can do. But let's go ahead and get this emptied. Do I hear a truck? Oh, that's a familiar truck. I wonder what Lloyd's doing here. Let's go find out. Morning, Lloyd.
Hey there. Figured I'd swing by. Heard through the grapevine you might be looking to part ways with that big old cow barn of yours.
Yeah, that's right. It came with the place when I picked it up in foreclosure, but I've never run a single head through it. As far as I can tell, it's been sitting since the last owner shut things down.
She's a big one. Let's have a look.
Everything's still here, just aged from sitting. Not much wear on anything since it's been empty all this time, but, you know, I can't speak for it completely because I've never used it.
Yeah, I can tell. Old, sure, but solid. Might need some elbow grease, but she's got good structure.
You know, I've been looking to transition into a dairy farm down the line. I don't have the money to do it now, but this setup's just not going to cut it. It's set up for beef.
Gotcha. Well, I've got plans brewing down by my south field. A barn like this could save me some time and cash if I can get it hauled.
Well, Lloyd, what are you thinking?
With the move and rebuild costs, I can go $82,000 cents for it. That's fair, considering the size and the work it'll take to break it down.
82 grand, huh? Well, Lloyd, I'll tell you what, that sounds fair to me. I think you got yourself a deal.
I'll get a crew together, should have it off your land before the planting form. You'll have your check once we're loaded and gone.
Yeah, well, won't take as long as you need. You know, I appreciate it, and I'm just happy that it's finally going to get used. You know, it sitting here just doesn't make any sense.
No sense letting good steel and timber collect dust.
Yeah, Lloyd, that's very true. But, yeah, just come get it whenever you're ready. Thanks, bud. See ya. I wonder who told him that I was looking to sell. I'm not complaining. I don't mind selling it. Only person I really talked to about that was, I think me and Jim had a small conversation about it. I told him I wanted to be a dairy farmer and bring in some dairy cows. But I'm not complaining, you know. I wasn't expecting to get that much out of it. I was probably going to try and sell it for $40,000 or $50,000, but he came out and offered double that. Yeah, I'll take it. All right. Well, hopefully that'll be a nice item for us, and we can then go shopping. But I think for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run inside, and I'm going to start trying to put together a list of items that I'm going to need to get the dairy farm started. Obviously, I'll have to get a new barn, but I was going to have to do that anyways. But let's see what other type of equipment I'm going to need to get and go from there. So I'm going to go in and start writing some stuff down and thinking about equipment-wise that I'm going to need, as well as looking up pricing for animals and stuff like that. So I'm just going to have a quick seat here and look into that. Must have dozed off. Oh, looks like somebody's here from Ridgeline. Let's see. Oh, hey, Jason. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Hey, HK, I thought I would stop by with that fertilizer you said you wanted.
Oh, thanks. Let me shut the store. I didn't pay for delivery, did I?
No, but I was coming this way anyways, so I figured I would drop it by.
Alright, well, let's go deliver it over there to where that barn is at. Does that work for you?
Yep.
Cool, I'll meet you over there. And Dewani's gonna charge me some type of delivery fee. Even though I didn't ask for delivery. But, I don't know. I hope not. Maybe he's just being nice. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and get this unstrapped. Let's see, that one. Dang, Jason, you really strapped these down, right? You know, you don't have to strap them all completely down like that, right? Alright, we're going to put this right there. Take this one, put it right next to it. Then take this one. No, I better not put that right here. I need to still be able to get the tractor connected to it, so we'll put that over here. This last one. And we'll put it over here on this other side. Over here. About right there.
Looks like you are all unloaded.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Now, the real reason I came over. I need to talk to you about your tractor.
Oh, are you done with it already?
Well, HK, I have to be honest with you. It doesn't look good.
I don't like the sound of that.
Look, you're either going to have to buy a new motor or a new tractor. That motor is shot.
You're kidding, right? I just got that tractor.
No, that motor was in really rough shape. You should have checked it before bringing it into me.
Are you serious? I brought it into you as soon as I heard it knocking. How am I supposed to know to check it sooner than that?
It's called maintenance HK. If you would have checked it, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now and you would have saved yourself $50.
You're charging me $50 to tell me that I need a new motor or a new tractor.
No, I am charging you $50 for the oil I had to put in it. It had none. Looks like they didn't tighten the bolt. So your tractor is fine and ready to be picked up. Jump in, we can talk about it on the way down.
Good one, Jason. You had me on that one.
There she is ready to go. Make sure to check the oil, otherwise that conversation we had earlier could be a real thing.
Thanks, I know how to check the oil. I just didn't think it was required because it came from a maintenance shop. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. I'll be honest. Jason kind of pissed me off on that one. You know, you don't need to go around the whole... I know, he was trying to be funny and whatnot, but it wasn't funny to me. I don't have that much money to be turning around and doing stuff like that. How does he expect me to know that I needed to check that? I haven't even had it for a month, you know, and it was the maintenance shop said they cleaned everything up. Everything's been working great up until the other day when it started knocking. And as soon as it started knocking, I was like, oh, that don't sound right. Let me take it in. Yeah, I guess I could have checked, but I don't know. I'm not even going to think about that right now. I'm just happy to get the tractor back. It works great. It sounds way better. And we need to get that fertilizer down on that oat field because we only have another week, I think. Planting's forum is next week, and that's the last Saturday of the month. So we only have a week left to get it done before I miss the chance to get it fertilized. So, is there somebody back there behind my shed there? There is somebody back there. I wonder who that is. Let's drive around this way and go over. Oh, there's another one. Oh, the Lloyd's here. Okay. Dang, Lloyd, you were quick. Must have like 8 or 9 people out here.
Yeah, I was able to get a few people out here to help me. Hopefully we will get it down today.
Right on, Lloyd. But like I said, you can take your time with it. You don't have to get it down today, but if that's what you want to do, go for it. If you need anything, I'm going to be out in that field. I'm going to fertilize it, and I'll check back with you when I'm done.
Gotcha.
Dang, Lloyd isn't messing around. He said he'd have it done by the Farmers Planting Forum, but like I said, that's next week. I figured he was at least going to wait until the weekend, but now it's been what, 2.5 hours since we spoke. He's already got a group of 8 guys, 2 haulers. He's already out there getting it going. Good on him. But I guess what I'm going to do is go ahead and get out in that oat field and get it fertilized. So let's get this connected. Let's get some fertilizer in here, and we'll put up the drone and throw on some music and see how long it takes to get this field completed. Now, this tractor's not powerful enough for me to fill this fertilizer up completely, so we're just going to put in those 2, and then we'll come back and refill partially through probably. Let's get that radio turned on and get out in this field and get this work completed.
Well, hey there, sunshine seekers. Cass here with your midday check-in on the Haywire 97.9 FM, keeping the Farmers Planting Forum countdown alive and the vibes cranked up. It's currently 89 degrees here in Frankenmuth, and we're tracking right on schedule for that scorcher of a high at 93 degrees around 1 o'clock. So if you're out walking fields or tuning up the planter, don't forget that sunscreen and plenty of water. Hydrate like your yield depends on it. Quick break from the heat talk for some numbers from the Harvesting Kings channel. Looks like we're still holding steady at 166 subscribers. We love our loyal crew, but here's the kicker. Nearly half the folks watching the videos still aren't subscribed. So, if that's you, fix it. Hit that subscribe button, join the crew, and don't miss out on what's coming. Farming, contracting, breakdowns, rebuilds. We're building something real over there, and you're invited. Alright, enough of the PSA. Let's fire up something to match the heat out there. This one's brand new from the Diesel Drawlers, and it's hotter than fresh asphalt. Here's Runnin' Hot. Turn it up, and let the air conditioning try to keep up.
Sun coming up like a blowtorch, sky boots hit the ground and the sweat don't lie. Steel's burning under my callous hands, ain't no shade in this working land. I'm running hot, engine screaming loud, dust in my teeth, still I ain't slowing down. Fueling this fire with blood and grit, out here in the blaze. I'm running hot, running hot. Cracked leather seat, got a burning brand. Every mile's hell when you're working this land. Radiator hisses like a copperhead hissing, but I got jobs to do, no time for missing. I'm running hot, engine screaming loud, dust in my teeth, still I ain't slowing down. Fueling this fire with blood and grit, out here in the blaze, yeah, I don't quit. I'm running hot, yeah, I'm running hot. No cloud, no breeze, just a grinding sun, but I ain't done till the day is done. My shirt's soaked through, my hands gone numb, but this is the life where I come from. I'm running hot, engine screaming loud, heart like a piston, beating proud. Fueling this fire with blood and grit, out here in the blaze, yeah, I don't quit. I'm running hot. Oh, I'm running hot. this heat till the well runs dry.
Alright, well, that is done. So both of our fields are completely fertilized, and everything's good with them. It didn't take near as long as I thought it was going to, but we need to go ahead and get this fertilizer out and get this all cleaned up. So let's go ahead and grab those and put them back where they belong underneath the shelving unit. Right there. There's that one. Go ahead and grab this one, move it there as well. Grab ourselves that pressure washer. Get to cleaning. So that was the main objective for today's episode that I wanted to get done, was getting that field fertilized if we could, or a contract. But that only took like 15-20 minutes. So let's see what else we can do. I did work on a list for stuff, and you know, I know that I'm gonna need like a mixer for making TMR. We also have like a water trailer that I'm gonna need to get, and obviously we're gonna have to get a mower set up along with a baler, a wrapper, a tedder to ted the grass into hay. So there's quite a bit that we need to get. So we're going to start heavily focusing on trying to get that stuff set up right after the Farmers Planting Forum. That's going to be my goal, to get all of that done before the end of the season and have some cows in the field before the end of the harvest season, which will be I think it's around October, I think. So we got a few months ahead of us that we can work on that and get that taken care of and whatnot. So let's go ahead and everything's put in here and whatnot. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go check with Lloyd real quick, let him know I'll be in the house if he needs anything, and I'm gonna continue making some phone calls on trying to get some leads on some equipment, if that's at all possible. Well, Lloyd, looks like you might have it done today. It's almost down now.
Yep, they have been working. I am thinking another 4 hours or so and it should be done.
Cool. Well, I'll be in the house if you need me.
Got you.
Yeah, that's really getting through it. But I'm going to go into the house, make some phone calls on some equipment leads that I found. So I'll talk to you in a few. Yeah, that must be Lloyd. I wonder if they were able to get it done, or they're going to have to wait and come do it again tomorrow. Hey, buddy. How's it coming? Did he get everything done?
Yeah, we got it done. They left already and are heading up to my farm to park it for the night. We will just have to wait to put it up at my place until after the Farmers Planting Forum.
Right on.
Here's your money. I wanted to drop it off before I left for the night. I promised I would have it to you when we were done.
Thanks, Lloyd. It's been a pleasure. I'm just glad to see it finally getting used again. But I'll let you go. You have a good night.
Yep, you do the same, HK. I will have to invite you to the farm once I get it put up.
Looking forward to it. All right, well, they're done. We're at $207,092. Let's go take a look at it. Oh, wow, it already looks different without seeing that back there. Well, let's go see what we have left here. Obviously going to have somebody come out and bust out that concrete. I'm not going to keep the barn in that area for the... It'll be kind of in this area, but I'm thinking like over here on this side, have it and whatnot. But hey, there is all the meadow grass that was there. And that means that I could probably... Yeah, I should be able to mow this and get some grass and cut it and get some hay out of it. That would start us on getting some feed, so we could potentially get cows even quicker if I can find me a small dairy cow pen for under 200,000. Might be something that I need to look into. I'll see what I can figure out for that. Guess I better go inside and start looking for some buildings and see what I can find. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching the Farm Rescue series. The Farmers Planting Forum will be out on episode 10. Do have some special guests that are going to be joining us on that episode as well. So make sure you like and subscribe so you'll be notified on when that episode drops. That way you can find out who those special guests are. Oh, I didn't even shut the door. Shut that. But yeah, that's going to be coming up very, very soon. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for your guys' support. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Good morning, everyone. So, welcome back to the farm. And this morning I went and talked to Jim about a mower kit setup, because I said in the last episode that I might be able to get this field mowed. That used to be the cow pasture, so we might be able to get in a dairy farm sooner than later. So this setup here is the same setup that I used to mow the Farmers Planting Forum field. And Jim said this setup would cost about $225,000. I was like, well, I really don't have that much yet, but that is something I definitely want to get. I'm going to need it, especially if I'm going to do dairy. That way I can get my own feed and whatnot. So he said, why don't you take it and try it out in your field and tell me what you think. So we're demoing it. So let's go and get this started and get my bearings around it again. It's been a little while since I've been in a Massey. It's been a couple days or a month or so. So we'll get these lowered and we'll get out in the field. Now, he said for whatever reason the GPS isn't working currently right now on this tractor. And Jason is trying to figure it out. Probably a loose connection somewhere. So we don't have GPS on this today, which is fine. Doesn't bother me a bit. It's just the lines aren't going to be nearly as straight as they would be if we had GPS, right? But we're going to get out on the field and get this going. We'll get the drone up and throw on some tunes, and we'll get the day started out mowing.
Brush, winding down but still sparky. And right now it's 11:04 here in Frankenmuth, just one day out from the big farmers planting forum. You can feel the energy already. Vendors are setting up, tractors are getting polished, and the tents are popping. It's gonna be a full day tomorrow. Let's talk weather real quick. We're sitting at 78 degrees, headed for a high of 83 by early afternoon. A pretty mild one compared to earlier this week, but still warm enough to make you sweat if you're hustling in the sun. So stay cool, stay hydrated, and don't forget that hat. Now, less fun update on the YouTube front. Looks like we lost a rider on the crew train. We're down to 165 subscribers. Still holding steady overall, but hey, if you're listening or watching and haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. We've got big plans coming up, and you won't want to miss them. Hit that button and help us grow the crew. Alright, let's ride this next one out with a fan favorite, Rust County Revival coming in hot with no shade on the plains. Let it roll.
Dust in my boots, sun on my back, skies burning down like a railroad track. Nothing but miles and a prayer in my hands, rolling through a heat wave, working this land. Cicadas sing like a sermon in July, feels like a furnace, no clouds in the sky. Sweat drips, slow driving fence post stakes, taking deep pulls from breaks I don't take. No shade on the plains, just fire in the breeze. Ain't no mercy in a sun like these. But I ain't running, I was raised to stay. With cracked hands and faith, I'll find my way. Out here where the wild wind reigns, there's no shade on the plains. Tractor got a cough and a limp, but she still drags steel like a championship. Corn won't wait and time don't bend, another storm's due by the weekend's end. Talk to the Lord by the light of a flare, said if you're listening I could use some air. He just laughed like a crow in a tree, said son I made it hard so you lean on me. No shade on the plains, just fire in the breeze. Ain't no mercy in a sun like these. But I ain't running, I was raised to stay. With cracked hands and faith, I'll find my way. Out here where the wild wind reigns, there's no shade on the plains. Wire lines like scars in the dirt, every acre earned, every callus hurt. But when dusk rolls in with a pink sky chill, the silence says, boy, you got iron will. No shade on the plains, but I ain't afraid. Burning to the bones of the life I made. There's pride in sweat and truth in pain. No regrets where the strong remain. Out here where the wild wind reigns, there's no shade on the plains. No shade on the plains.
Just refueling the Massey, and we got done. So it actually ran pretty good. It's definitely something that I'm gonna invest in getting into. But we got the whole field up here done. Take a look at that real quick. Went through it pretty quick. It only took about an hour to do the entire field plus what I did for the rest of the stuff as well. So we got this done. I think the plan is to next see about getting a tedder to turn some of this into hay, and obviously a windrow. We will have to bell some of it. Now, I don't want to bell everything. I think I'm going to have some grass loose, because I want to turn it into silage, but right now I currently don't have the money to get a beller and a wrapper. Ooh, I missed this. I should, I'll get that on the way out. But, yeah, I don't have the money for that. Just the mowing kit itself is over what I have. So we're definitely going to have to figure out some of that stuff, but you know, it'll come in time. We'll get a full setup and whatnot for all of it. I'll probably have to lease some things in order to do that, but I think it'll be something that we'll be able to do. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, I'm going to turn some into grass, have some loose. I'm going to put it in the silo for now, and to eventually pull it back out, put it out, and bell it and wrap it for silage, because I'm going to need silage to make feed, TMR, for the dairy cows once I get it. So, just thinking in the future, I don't want to sell it or anything like that. I want to plan ahead and whatnot. So, alright, looks like we got that done. So, I'm going to take this back up to Jim and thank him for letting me use it, and see about getting a tedder and a windrow. I'll see you up at Ridgeline. Alright, headed back over here to shop B. That's where their cleaner is, because this is actually the paint shop. So A is the workshop slash purchase items and whatnot. Ooh, what am I doing? I hit the wrong button. My leg must have hit that button to start taking that down. Yeah, some professional I am. I'm not, as you can tell. Building A is the shop area to purchase seeds and fertilizer, stuff like that. Shop B is the paint shop and wash area, and then building C that we spend most of our time in, of course, is the leasing office for equipment. It's right there next to the yard. So let's jump in here and talk to Jim real quick. Hey Jim, thanks so much for letting me demo the Massey and mowing kit. It's definitely something I'm going to look into getting.
Anytime. But hey, I'm going to head to lunch.
Yeah, I know you're getting ready to take lunch. I was just stopping by real quick to see if we could see about getting a windrow and a tedder and return, obviously, the mowing kit to you. But if you want, I can come back later.
No, I can take care of it real quick.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, just something that I can pull with the Deutz far is fine. Alright guys, so it's after lunch now. Jim went ahead and got that stuff for me real quick before he took off for lunch. And when he went to lunch, he dropped me back off at the farm. So I've already been up there with the tractor and grabbed the windrow and the tedder and brought them back. So they're right over here. Now these aren't demoed. I actually leased these out. So I think, like I said, the plan is we'll have this whole front field over here be the hay, and then everything else is going to be grass. So getting this lowered now and getting out on that field and getting this going. I think maybe I should start over here and kind of ted this part too, just to add it in there. So get right up over here on the edge. Just make sure that's where it needs to be, and that it's slightly over the field for Walter's field, because there was some grass that went over there that I need to get as well to get it off his field. And off we go. Everything feels like it's working just right for us, so that's good to hear. But now all we got left to do is just up and down and to chit chat a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to the planting, farmers planting forum that takes place tomorrow. They've been advertising that the mayor's going to do a speech around 9 o'clock in the morning, so I want to make sure to be down there for that. And we may have lined up between 4 and 5 out-of-towners coming in and being special guests for this year's forum. So really looking forward to hearing what they have to say, and really just what's going on in their neighborhood and whatnot. It'll be a little bit of a fresh idea on what's going on farms, and maybe I can pull some ideas from them and learn from them. Anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw the drone up and get working on getting this windrowed. So have you guys ever gotten like super focused into something to you forgot to do something? Yeah, well, that's what I did. As you can see, I have already tedded the field where I'm going to turn into hay. And I was so in the zone focusing on getting it done that I didn't even think about throwing the drone up and recording. So that did not get done. But all you can do is continue going and push forward, right? So, oh, I missed this whole area when I was mowing. Yeah, no, definitely not a professional by any stretch of the means. But this whole area up here is going to be the hay, and then the whole farmyard area is going to be the grass area. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get these back up to ridgeline and get them turned back in. And I need to see about getting something to pick up the loose hay. Now, I know that we did that with the forage harvester pickup that I had on the front of the tractor for the form. So maybe see if that's available or whatnot to pick up the loose stuff. And then I gotta let the grass dry now that it's been tedded for a little bit, and then I'll see about getting a beller if they even make one small enough for this tractor. But I'll catch you guys up at ridgeline. All right. Hey Jim, thanks for letting me use them. Here's them back for you. Just wanted to return them. Yeah, I know, I forgot to clean them. I'll pay the extra fee. My mind is just really spacey today.
I won't charge you this time, but next time I will.
But I was going to see if I potentially could use that forage pickup.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. I will go pick it up, and I'll bring it back here in a little bit. Alright, that was really awesome of him. He said that I could borrow it for now. So we're going to drive over here to building A. It should still be right over there. Yep, sure is. So I do have my front weight on, so we are going to need to drop that down first. So we'll just put it right next to it. That way when I bring it back, I'll see my weight and I can pick it up once I pick up the forage pickup. Or drop it, the forage pickup off, I can pick up my weight. That's what I'm trying to say. But alright, so let's get back to the farm, and we'll get my trailer back out, and we'll try and pick up some of that loose grass before it gets too late in the evening. It's already 2 o'clock, so we'll see what we can do. So we get over here, and it's quite a bit to pick up. I'm not sure how many trailer loads it's going to be to pick all of it up, but we'll definitely get it done today, and then later on this evening I will get out here and bell up the grass, or the hay that I let dry. I just want the sun to bake down on it for the rest of the evening until it's ready. I may even wait till tomorrow morning and get up super early in the morning and bell it. So we'll kind of see what all is going to happen for that. Alright, and let's see. Over there's all of that for the hay. There's a little bit of grass area there, but let's go ahead and get that pipe out, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the drone up while I do this, just for easier vision for you guys. And I think we'll get this started right here. Pick up this stuff here. Try not to get too much of the hay, and just get this grass going. Get it picked up and see what all it's going to do. So $225,000 just for the motor setup. I know that. I also did some additional research on the feed mixer, and also the beller and the bell wrap, and everything that we would need associated with that. A bigger tractor for an upgraded tractor. We're going to need close to $1 million to be able to afford all of that. And on top of that, I've also got to think about this oat field here to our right is going to be ready to harvest in about, I think it's like July, September, or July, August time frame, that it'll be ready to harvest. I'm going to have to think about getting or leasing a harvester. Now, I had one. If you remember at the very beginning, I couldn't get the head to work on it, the header, but I sold it along with a Landini tractor to be able to afford this Deutz that I have. So I'm going to have to figure that out too. The grass will be ready to mow in the other field prior to that. So I'm going to have to lease mowers and a tractor in order to do that field, or I can go ahead and buy them. If I go ahead and buy them by the time that it's ready, there's no way I'm going to have the stuff available to purchase the cow barn that I need, as well as the cattle itself, and then all the equipment that's going to go with it. I'm definitely going to have to start doing some contracts to try and make that money, and we might be able to get it to work, but I don't know. Oh, I cut that a little too close to the house. So we're going to have to do some serious thinking after the Farmers Planting Forum and figure out exactly what we want to do and how we want to do it. So, well, this trailer is full, so let's go ahead and get that over here and empty that into the silo. So yeah, we're going to have to think about goal setting and what's the little goals to get to the big goal. So we'll definitely look into that, but I'm not going to worry too much about that for right now. I'm just going to enjoy what we're doing and keep the farm going. We're keeping this rescue alive. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys stick around and subscribe. That way you can see the Farmers Planting Forum. That's going to be the next episode. It's going to be out on Wednesday. So I hope to see you all there. Peace. Good morning, everyone. It's 8:35 in the morning, and today is the Farmers Planting Forum, but it's a little foggy out today. But we got stuff to do, so we're going to get going on that. This morning I did wake up super early. I let the grass dry overnight that we tedded in the last episode, and this morning I was able to rent a Bcbuhler, because that's all my tractor could pull, and I was able to get this belled this morning. Just got done moving all of them to the shed. I put it back here in the shed here behind the silo. So you'll see those here. That's where I was able to get those put, and really happy with how that turned out. Now, I do have a contract for Walter that I need to get completed. I want to try and get that completed before the Farmers Planting Forum and still be there before the mayor's speech at 9. So we're going to head up there.
Good morning, Frankenmuth. You're rocking with Max the Axeman here on the Haywire 97.9 FM. And it's a fine Saturday morning out at the Farmers Planting Forum. Time check, 8:36 a.m. And I hope y'all brought your boots and your best smiles, because it's going to be a full day of fun, food, and farming out here. Now let's talk weather. Yeah, it's a bit foggy right now. Got that soft haze rolling over the fields like a warm blanket. But don't worry, that's not sticking around for long. Sunshine's gonna start poking through soon, and we're looking at a high of 78 degrees today. That's right. Thank the cloud coverage for keeping it cool and comfortable while you walk the grounds. And hey, don't you dare miss the kickoff. Mayor Calloway is scheduled to give his big old welcome speech at 9 o'clock sharp right at the main stage. So if you're still hanging back by the ice cream truck, start hustling. You won't want to miss it. Word is he's got a few surprises up his sleeve this year. Stay tuned, more tunes and updates coming your way. This is the Axeman, keeping it loud and local on the Haywire 97.9 FM, where the static never settles. And what better way to get this day started than with a little foot stomping, gear grinding jam to wake the fields up. Coming at you straight out of Rust County, it's the harvest anthem we've all come to love, Working Boots and Sunburned Truths by Rust County Revival. So grab that coffee, dust off your jeans, and let's get this planting forum rolling. Crank it up. Crew, this is the Haywire 97.9 FM.
Coffee's hot and the sky's still gray. Crack of dawn on another work day. Boots hit gravel, hat pulls low. Ain't much rest, but that's how it goes. Working boots and sunburned truths. These fields know every scar and proof. When stories rise from busted knuckles and dreams get stitched in weathered buckles, ain't no shame in what we do. Just working boots and sunburned truths. Tractor humming like a southern hymn. Dust in the air and it's sink or swim. Ain't got gold but the corn shines bright. When you bleed the land it treats you right. Working boots and sunburned truths. These hands don't lie, they cut right through. It's sweat and steel and no excuse. Just working boots and sunburned truths. Granddad's ghost rides every row with lessons whispered soft and slow. Son, keep your word, fix what you break, and never plant more than your soul can take. The radio crackles and Max comes on, talking about the mayor and a brand new dawn. I tip my cap and grin real wide. Another day, another muddy ride. Working boots and sunburned truths. Earned in rows and weathered youth. We don't chase fame, just honest use of working boots and sunburned truths. Kids run past the tractor tires, dreaming big round county bonfires. Hope is planted deep in the soil, sprouts in sweat and faithful toil. Working boots and sunburned truths.
don't measure a farmer by what he owns. You measure him by what he leaves behind.
Right, it's 8:46. We got the contract completed. Now we need to run up to the house and change real quick and then head up to the farm. So I'll see you guys up at the farm. Alright, just pulling up to the main road here. Going up towards the farm. Ooh, that parking lot looks pretty full. Ooh. Oh, right on. There's a parking space right up front. I should be able to get in with no problem. Awesome. Looks like it's going to be a great turnout today. Parking lot's full. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this many people show up to an event. Wow. So let's see, we've got, looks like a little like farmer's market set up over here. And we've got an old tractor section. We've got a food section over here. Oh, there's the MacDon and Next Act machines. Looks like that's where the crowd is. I'm going to head up over there.
All right, folks, it's 8:59. We've got tractors lined up, coffee still hot, and the smell of kettle corn in the air. But right now, I need y'all to turn your attention to the main stage out near the community tent, because it's time to officially kick off the Farmers Planting Forum. This man's been a friend to the AG community since day one, fighting to keep local farms strong and helping events like this take root. Let's make some noise out there in the field. Frankenmuth, give a warm welcome to your very own Mayor Ryan Calloway.
Hey there, and welcome to the Farmers Planting Forum right here in beautiful Frankenmuth. I'm Mayor Ryan Calloway, and it's truly an honor to stand here today among the folks who keep this community growing, literally and figuratively. It's great to see so many familiar faces and new ones too. This forum isn't just about prepping for another season. It's about coming together as a farming community that's built on grit, heritage, and hope. Whether you've been working your land for decades or just getting your boots muddy for the first time, we're all here with the same goal: to grow stronger together. This year's theme is Plant Strong, Grow Together, and that's exactly what we're aiming for. With new tools, fresh ideas, and plenty of shared wisdom, this event is a chance to learn, connect, and gear up for the season ahead. Be sure to check out the vendor demos later today. MacDon and Nexat will both be showcasing some of their newest innovations, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So take a walk, meet someone new, ask questions, and don't forget to enjoy yourself. Because farming isn't just work, it's a way of life, and today we celebrate that. Thanks for being here, and here's to a great season ahead.
Hey, Frankenmuth are ready for a full day of music. Let's start it off right. This is Hayfield, hallelujah. Morning dew still clings to the alfalfa rows. Sunlight peeking where the cornfield grows. Boots hit the ground like a church bell chime. Another day of working overtime. No steeple here, no choir room white. Just diesel hymns and a harvest light. It's a hayfield hallelujah. Every time I fire that deer.
Alright folks, kicking off our guest lineup today is someone many of you already know. Boots on the ground, camera in hand, it's Farmer Sim. He's no stranger to long days in the field or the YouTube algorithm. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here, mate. Thank you.
So first off, how far did you travel to be here today?
I've travelled about 600 miles east from my farm over in Monteith, Iowa, to be here today.
Man, Iowa, that's quite a drive. Hopefully you got a chance to relax before the event today. I heard Iowa is prime farmland. What's your farm like?
I'm mainly a dairy farmer. We've currently only got about 361 head of cattle, but I do have plans to expand. I've just put a bit of time in constructing a new pasture for quite a few more. It can hold probably about 1,000 head of cattle now. So moving into the future, we do have a few plans to expand. But I do have my hand in a bit of arable work as well. I've got several hundred acres of corn and beans on the farm to keep me busy, out of trouble.
A dairy farmer, that's awesome. Most of the farms here are beef stock. However, there's one person around here named HK that's talking about changing his farm to a dairy farm. Have you ever traveled to an event like this before?
No, I've never been to an event like this before. I'm really enjoying it though. It's great fun so far. It's really good turnout.
Well, hopefully we made an impression on you and hope to see you next year at the 8th annual event. Since you are here, do you got your eye on anything in particular that is going to be shown here today?
I have spent a lot of time looking around that new Nexat unit over there, I've got to say. It's way out of my price range unfortunately right now, but it's certainly really interesting to see new tech and what it's capable of.
Right on. That Nexat machine has had a crowd around it all morning. Last question for you. It's going to be a hard one, just like our tunes on the Haywire 97.9 FM. What's one piece of advice you've got for new farmers just getting started?
Advice for new farmers? It's hard work, it's a way of life, but it can be very rewarding. We need young blood in the farming industry now more than ever, so if you're planning on it, do it.
Love it. We do indeed need more young blood in the game. Thanks again for giving me this time. Alright, that's Farmer Sim, y'all. Putting in the work both in the game and out here at the forum. Be sure to give him a follow and swing by the Haywire tent later for some goodies and a friendly chat.
So Jim was telling me about this. They're going to be putting in a go-kart track. They really outdid themselves. This wasn't here when I mowed the field a couple of weeks ago. So it's really cool they were able to get this in. Looks like it's a fairly long track. And it's really tempting to get out there and race. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Definitely not doing it right now. If you look at that line, it's going all the way around. So I may have to come back later on and see what it's all about and whatnot, but I don't know. I'll come back later. Let's see. Oh, there's a bunch of people over here at the goats and sheep petting area. Let's go check out some of these guys. It's a nice little goat there in front of us. Let's see. There's a lot more sheep than there are goats in here. Little babies. Can't be more than a couple months old. Ooh, I want this goat right here. I like the print on him. Looks like a skull mask. I like that. I might have to see about taking that one home with me. But yeah, they're definitely cute little animals. I've had some goats in the past, and I haven't had sheep though. That might be something that I want to get into, but I think I'm going to jump over here real quick and talk to Katie real quick. These little fellas are already famous, Katie. Half the forum's out here for baby goat selfies.
Aren't they the best? Gold Gaming and I got together, and we figured we could bring a few crowd pleasers this year. Plus, it keeps the kids busy while the parents talk about the planting season.
And that's a smart move. Say, on the topic of animals, I've been looking to move towards dairy, and I heard auctions are the way to go. Do you got any lined up or know of any close by?
Oh, definitely. The Genesee Livestock Exchange and Thumb Auction Yard are your year-round go-tos. But if you're serious, I actually host a spring dairy select every May. Only happens once a year, and it's invite only. All quality stock, mostly Holsteins and brown Swiss from trusted farms that I vet.
Now that sounds exactly like what I need. When's the next one?
At the end of May. I'll text you the details. You get your pasture ready, and I'll help you get your herd started right. No lemon cows.
Lemon cows. That's a new one. Alright, Kitty. Consider me in. And if one of those goats goes missing, it definitely didn't follow me home.
Mm-hmm. I'll be doing a head count before anyone leaves, HK.
Oh man, look at the time. Well, Katie, thanks. I think they're getting ready to do the MacDon promo, and I'm really interested in it, so I will talk to you later on. Take care.
If you're out checking tractors or stuck in the ice cream line, now's the time to head on back to the main tent. You're not going to want to miss this. We've got the crew from MacDon here to show off what's new in the wide world of swathers and hay tools. Machines built to make your long days a whole lot shorter. So gather round and give a warm welcome to the man with the mower plan, Chase Miller, repping MacDon Industries. Take it away, Chase.
Hello everyone. On behalf of MacDon, I am pleased to be here and announce our 2025 lineup. Please stop by the MacDon booth after the promo, and we will be happy to answer your questions. Now let's get on with the promo.
Out here, you don't get do-overs. You harvest when the field says it's ready, rain or shine, day or night. That's why farmers trust MacDon. Our flex draper headers hug the ground, chase the contours, and never back down. No bunching, no clogging, just clean, even cut after cut. Add our windrows to the mix, and now you're running ahead of the weather, not behind it. MacDon machines don't just harvest, they finish strong. MacDon, the harvesting specialists.
Good morning, Chase. How are you doing today?
Morning, I'm great. Welcome to the MacDon booth, my friend.
I've been looking forward to this. That's the M1240 back there, yeah?
You got it. This here's the base model. 262 horsepower under the hood. Dual engine configuration gives it the torque you need, whether you're mowing hay or working row crops.
I've gotta ask, what's it like in the cab?
Glad you asked. Go ahead, hop inside. You gotta feel it to believe it.
Wow. Thanks for letting me take a look at it. And the inside, it's really nice in here. Looks more like a spaceship than a tractor, if I'm being honest.
Take a look at the turnabout steering. You can literally rotate the seat and controls to face front or back. Drive it either direction depending on your implement. It's smooth, it's quick, and it's a game changer in the field.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. Now the base model M1240 goes for $170,000. Attachments vary. If you're looking at mower heads or field attachments, they range from $48,000 to about $118,500 depending on your setup.
Thanks, Chase. You might have to save one for me.
You just say the word HK. MacDon's always got room for one more in the crew.
Up next, we've got a heavy hitter in the farming content world. Someone whose community is built on horsepower, heart, and a whole lot of hustle. Give it up for Farming Simulator LFG. So first off, how far did you travel to be here today?
Well, how far I traveled to be here is kind of an understatement because I left from Oklahoma, GPS said 14 hours and 30 minutes, but I think my kids and wife had something else to say about that. Felt like I traveled around the world, let's just put it that way, okay? So many stops, so many.
14 hours, wow! All the way from Oklahoma. Glad you could make it. All right, next question for you. What's your take on today's turnout?
Based on the cars in the parking lot, it's a big turnout. There are people from all over, including out of state, like myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. Since Mayor Callaway first set this up 6 years ago, it has grown a lot. It started with just our community, and over the past couple of years, it's become much bigger. Coming in hot with this question, what do you think about the new machines being unveiled?
Well, personally, I'll tell you right now, that Nexact thingy, ooh, it is way, way out of my budget, so I try not to even look at it. But the MacDon, I absolutely love that thing. We got one back in Oklahoma. I use it to mow along the local highways, and before I had that, we were using a tractor with a pull-behind mower, which did the job, but once I got that MacDon, oh my gosh, it was so much better. just the turning radius, going around all these poles, all these obstacles and stuff like that, just made it so much easier than having to tow something behind me, such as a mower.
Oh yeah, a MacDon fan. Bet you can't wait for this year's new lineup. I got 2 more questions for you. Got any cool projects on your own farm right now?
I'd say the biggest project I'm trying to do right now outside of normal farming and animals is growing flowers. I mean, I guess you'd kind of say that's farming. But my wife has taken a big interest into beautiful flowers lately, and whatever she's interested in, I'm automatically interested in. So we're planting a large field of flowers, and we're going to try to get into that market.
Flowers! Right on. Make sure you check out the flower booth on the left as you come into the forum. You might be able to get a variety of seeds to try out. Alright, last question, and this one's going to hit hard just like our tunes on the Haywire 97.9 FM. What's a piece of gear you can't live without?
Well, I don't know if I should say my wife, because that would mean I'm calling her a piece of gear. This is going to sound kind of weird because it's a very, very small tractor. My dad purchased this as his first tractor back in the 1980s. It was a Hinomoto C174. Yes, it's not an American brand, but my dad got a really good deal on it, and it was his first tractor he started with. Now, it is a very, very small tractor with only 19 horsepower, so it wasn't able to do much, but it got the job done back then. It can't really do much nowadays, but it gets the job done for some stuff. The reason it is a piece of gear that I cannot live without is because that's what I grew up using, playing on, running around the farm. I was given that to use because it was an old junk tractor that you could just hand off to a kid and go to town with. Now, of course, nice attachments on it and everything. That works out great too. Bucket, pull behind mower, and with it being kind of a junk tractor there, I was able to push it onto my kids as well. That is the one I cannot live without. That is probably our most important piece of gear too, because that thing right there is what is building the future farmers in this family. Just being out there as a kid, running around on it, having fun, is the first step. And here's actually a picture of it right here.
Not weird at all. It's awesome to hear you are keeping the farming dream alive and passing it down to the next generation. Alright, that's Farming Simulator LFG. Folks, sharp mind, strong voice, and one of the best folks to learn from if you're trying to level up your farming game. Make sure to go give him a follow. Thanks again for stopping by.
That's cool they put this up for a picture area so you can get all the old tractors in it. That's really cool. Alright, let's go take a look at some of these older tractors. We got that old Fendt. It's pretty cool. The old Volvo. Man, look at this Massey 675. You can tell somebody put a whole lot of love and elbow grease into that restoration. This thing was mid-range workhorse back in the day. Perfect for smaller operations, but tough enough to go above its weight. If she ran that smooth back then, I can see why people swore by him. Oh look, it's the grandpa to my tractor. That's an old Deutz-Fahr for sure. Looks good though. Complete restoration on it as well. Farmall. Now this one's personal. The John Deere A. Just like my granddad had. But I'll tell you, it's never looked this clean. This is showroom condition. You can almost hear that classic 2-cylinder popping away. Man, it's really pushed me back into memory. But I remember he used to put me on his knee and let me drive and act like I was doing something. Great memories in that tractor right there. Got another Farmall. That's an old Zetter. John Deere. 710. Porsche. Now this one. This old McCormick W4. Man, you know, they made those thin in the front and thick in the back and ready to go to work. That's a complete restoration on that one. That's an awesome looking tractor. These were workhorses back in the day. You know, ready for a single row crop. Man, it's a beautiful piece of machinery. Glad to see people still care about where we came from. Hey, Walter, those fields are done.
Thanks, HK. Appreciate it. Here's your money.
Well, thanks. So, which tractor's over there is yours, Walter?
Both the John Deeres, the 710 and the 8.
He's a deer fan. I keep telling him that the McCormick W4 was the king back then.
Lloyd, I've told you 100 times. Deere is better than McCormick.
Hey, Lloyd. I think you started something there, but I'm going to guess that McCormick W4 is yours.
Yeah, that's mine, and that didn't start. Nothing HK. Walter's just delusional.
They both are delusional, HK. They're going to sit out here and argue over those tractors the rest of the forum.
Jim, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I am not delusional.
Hey, Jim. This is a great event. I really enjoyed my time here.
Good, I am glad. Besides, both know that the Massey Ferguson is the king of old tractors.
The what? You hear that, Lloyd? He thinks the Massey is better than our tractors.
That's it. Let's settle this. You all get your tractors and meet me in that field over there.
You guys are too much. I'm going to go get me some food. You all can do whatever you need to do to determine which tractor is the best. All three of those guys are crazy. But I think I'm going to go get some food. It's lunchtime. So let's see what kind of chips they got. I think I'll take these ones right here. There we go. Let's see. Let's come over here. People are in line. Oh, this one's open. Yeah, can I get 2 brats, please? Let me tell you, man, your food's been smelling great all day. It's been making me hungry. Glad I'm finally able to come here and get some. Oh, looks like LFG and his family's sitting over there, and I think I'll probably start over there, maybe. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alright, let's come over here and enjoy our lunch a little bit. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a few people here today. Crazy. Alright, so those brats were amazing. Yeah, I almost want to go grab some more, but I think they're getting ready to do the next act promo, so I think I better go get this in the trash for my trash and start heading over towards the main stage area so we can see about the next act.
And grab another lemonade, because it's time for something big. And I mean really big. If you're anywhere near the food trucks where the baby goes, go ahead and make your way back to the main tent here, because up next is a machine that's turning heads all over the country. We're talking innovation on a whole new level. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the next app promo. And to walk us through this powerhouse system, we've got one of the best in the business. Give a warm round of applause for Logan Myers, regional rep and full-time tech wizard with Nexat North America. Logan, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Max. Thank you all for coming today to the forum. We are proud to announce the Nexat's newest machines this year. If you have questions, make sure to stop by the Nexat booth after the promo. Are you all ready to see this big machine in action? Let's roll that promo.
What if one machine could do it all? Meet the NextX system, a revolutionary platform that changes the rules of farming, planting, spraying, fertilizing, harvesting, all modular, all in one frame. No more fleets, no more downtime, just one high-powered, AI-driven machine with fixed lanes, wide clearance, and smart navigation. The NextAt protects your soil while powering through acres with unmatched efficiency. One machine, every job, zero compromise. This season, see what's next with Nexat. The future is already here.
The future's already here, huh? Let's go check it out. Hey, Logan. Just wanted to check out some info on the Nexat machine.
Awesome. Welcome to the Nexat booth. What would you like to know about it?
Well, you know, just the norm, pricing and whatnot.
Sure thing. You first have to understand that this...
Now here's a face that's driven a long way to be here. 12 hours on the road and still bringing big energy. Straight out of Riverbend Springs. Say howdy to the herd. First such a long drive for you. What made you want to be here today?
Well, whenever I hear there's a party, I'm easily going to be there. I mean, Now, some might not call this a traditional party per se, but whenever I see a group of good people, some music. Did I mention there's go-karts here? I mean, I ran into Gold Gaming. He gave me this pig that's supposed to be wrapped in some kind of blanket to eat. So, I mean, the food here, it's, well, to me, it's questionable, to be honest. But once you actually try it, it's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people question the food, but once they get some of that homemade German schnitzel or bratwurst, they can't get enough of it. Next question for you, Herd. What's been the highlight of the day for you so far?
Well, like I said, the food's been great. The carts were fun to watch, but I'm not getting at any of them things. And the equipment around here, it's nice to see. You know, it's a little out of my price range, but it's just nice to see what the technology is brought to farming and see what they're coming out with nowadays.
I get you there, Herd. I was walking by and overheard the price on that Nexat. Quite pricey. Anyways, back to you. Any cool projects on your own farm right now?
Well, right now we're trying to get some cattle farming up and running. I've got a farmer's market currently, and it's doing really good strawberry sales, believe it or not. Actually, the strawberries have been keeping us afloat as a farm as we're getting the cattle up right now, but we got a big company, AgMax, that's really been trying to put the squeeze on, well, both our farm and in town that we're in, but that's a long story. What's important to note, though, is that we are still farming. We're still around. We're not going to plan on going anywhere anytime soon either, so hoping that there's several cool projects on my farm, you know, for years to come.
That's good to hear that you are still holding on down south. Mayor Calloway has been keeping the farmers informed here about AgMax. It's sad to see what they are doing to the farming community. One last question for you, Herd. Is there anything you'd like to see added next year at the forum?
Well, we've got the carts, we've got the equipment, we've got the food. I ran into LFG and Gold Gaming somewhere here today and kind of got my brain spinning. I think we need to install a tomato toss. I think that would be good. These guys can stick their necks out and people can hit them with tomatoes. I mean, that's just for me. I think that might just be selfish entertainment, but, you know, for everyone else, no, I really don't think so. I think you nailed it. I mean, this is something I'm definitely going to be coming back for next year.
We would love to see you back next year, or maybe even back at the end of the planting season. At the end of October, we have the Haywire Harvest Festival. Big thanks to the Herd for rolling in and making this event even better. Safe travels back home, and don't forget, folks, follow them for some awesome FS roleplay content and farm wisdom.
Alright, I think the line has died down for the go-karts. So, this gentleman here wanted to race, so we'll jump in and we'll race. Oh, look, you cheated. Alright, let's go. This is a lot of fun. Let's see. Get around this corner. Awesome. Key point to this, guys, is go slow around the corners. You should be okay. Oh, a little squirrely there. Alright, home stretch for the first lap. We got a second lap that we need to do as well. So I didn't wreck the first time. Let's see if I can make it through and not wreck the second time. A little squirrely there. Alright. I don't see him the person I'm racing at all, so he must be pretty far behind, or he's right on me. I can't really tell. I can see him, so he might be right behind me. I better really make sure that I got this covered and not wipe out and wreck. That would be disastrous. Alright, home stretch coming through, a little squirrely there. And finish line, awesome, I won. Yeah. Jumping for joy. Woohoo!
Before we close out this amazing day, I've got one last guest who's been turning heads, not just for their content, but for a booth setup that's cooler than a walk-in milk tank. I stopped by there earlier and had to have him on. Welcome to the mic, Gold Gaming. Alright, first question for you, Golden Gaming. How long you been farming?
First, thanks for stopping by my booth. What a great surprise. But man, to answer your question, I've been farming in-game for a little over 3 years now. Started with FS25 and haven't looked back since. What started as a hobby really turned into a full-on passion project, I'd say. Learning map modding, map conversions, running sheep empires, building a whole community around the game, if you will. It's been a heck of a ride so far. Really enjoying it.
3 years. That's awesome that you have grown the community you have in that time. So with that being said, what's one piece of advice you've got for new farmers just getting started?
Start small, stay curious, and never be afraid to hit that reset button. Literally and figuratively, Farm Sim is all about learning. So get messy, have fun. Don't worry if you plant soybeans where you wanted cornfields. No big deal. We've all done it.
That's some sound advice right there. That makes me have to ask, what's your home farm look like?
Right now, I'm running a pretty sweet setup. Sheep are my pride and joy, and I'm rolling deep with contracts to keep cash flowing. Got a good mix of grass work, hay production, a few side hustles with logging. If it grows, I'm planting it, and if it moves, I'm feeding it.
Sounds like quite the setup you have. Now for the hard-hitting haywire question. If you could upgrade one piece of equipment, what would it be?
Oof, that's a tough question. I really dig that MacDon over there, but I'd have to say my baler. I've got my eye on a high-capacity, auto-wrapping beast that could really save me hours in the field. Work smarter, not harder, right? And hey, I want to give a quick shout-out to the Gold Gaming fans that came to the forum today. Y'all are the reason I do what I do. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep those fields clean and the mods fresh, and I'll see you back at the farm.
You heard it, folks. Be on the lookout for that baler upgrade in the future. We will definitely see you back at the farm. That's Gold Gaming, folks, bringing style, smarts, and solid advice to the forum floor. Give them a follow and swing by their booth before the day wraps up. You won't regret it.
Just about 3 o'clock. I think it's time for some ice cream.
Why are you getting ice cream? I thought grown-ups didn't eat that stuff.
Harper! That's not a nice thing to say.
You know, I might be a grown-up, but I'm only in my 30s. That still counts for ice cream, right?
Maybe. What flavor are you getting?
It's one of the best flavors ever. Bubblegum. Same one I've been getting since I was your age.
That's a kid flavor. You are a kid.
Yeah, yes, I've been caught. Tell you what, ice cream's on me today, Harper. I'll get yours too.
Oh no, that's not necessary.
No, that's all right. It's all good. This one's for the memories. Plus, it's hard to argue with a kid who knows their flavors.
I want cotton candy swirl with sprinkles.
Harper, that's a bold choice. I respect it.
Harper, what do you say?
Thank you, mister. Can mommy have one too?
Harper. So sorry, she's at the giving age.
No, she's right. It's a hot day. You should have some ice cream too. What flavor are you gonna have?
Well, if you say so. I will take a single scoop of mint chocolate chip, please, and thank you.
All right, Harper, you be good for your mom now, okay? All right, I'm gonna go enjoy my bubblegum ice cream. But I also need to check out the produce area. I didn't get to check that out earlier. I forgot to come over here. So, Let's go check it out while we enjoy our bubblegum ice cream. Let's see, they got some bread. Oh, this table's already empty. Strawberries. One of those are herd strawberries. I've seen him around. Lettuce. Tomatoes. Some cow milk. I wonder if that's coming from Farm Sim's dairy farm. Some honey. And some oils. Man. Alright, well, there's not really much here. I should have come by a little bit earlier. Some hay and stuff. Let's go check over out on this side over here. We got some potatoes, mushrooms. They got some chilies over here. Tomatoes, some spring onions. I really wish I would have come out here sooner at this point. Looks like they're pretty much sold out up to this point. Oh, hey, sir. Thanks for that race earlier. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, please don't call me sir. I work for a living. And as for that race, I want a rematch, man. My go-kart wasn't working properly.
Anytime, man. What's your name?
My name's Wes Woith, but you can call me Wes for short.
Right on, West. So, are you new to town?
Nah, I grew up here. And, just trying to find work.
Right on. Well, I know that feeling.
He's a hard worker if he can get him off those go-karts.
Meet my friend Lips. He likes to think that he's the best around.
How's it going, Lips?
I'm doing alright. Don't listen to West. He's just mad that I beat him in go-karts today.
Yeah, I can understand that feeling. You beat me today, too, so...
Well, you should have drove faster. But anyways, I'm new to town. I'm the new mechanic for the used vehicle shop. They just had to fire their previous worker because of a pending lawsuit. And a lot of people are unhappy with the work that was being done there.
Yeah, his name was Gary. He was a jerk.
Well, West, I may have a job for you in the future. I live up off Wise Road. I took over HK Valley Farm. Come check me out sometime.
Yeah, I'll do that, but I gotta get going. I'll see you around, guys. Peace out.
Laters, West.
Have a good one, West. Well, how long have you known West there, Lips?
I've known him a couple years now. He's the one that told me about the job opening up here, so figured I'd come check it out.
Oh, really? I could have swore that he was like a mechanic, too. I'm surprised he didn't go for it.
I think the big thing is he just doesn't want to do that full-time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I could see that. But hopefully he comes by sometime and I can give him some work since he said that he's looking for work.
He's a good worker and he'll do his part. But hey, I gotta go, so I'll talk to you another time.
Cool, man. Have a good one. Well, aren't those some interesting characters? Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able to help him out. But it all depends on what we got going on and how much money I get, if I'm being honest. Plants and flowers. Alright, well, it is getting kind of late. I guess I should probably head home myself as well. It was a great day, great event. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I couldn't have asked for a better day at the Farmers Planting Forum. Oh, man. It's going to be nice to get home and get off my feet, though. I've been on my feet all day today, running around and whatnot. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see about getting out and getting home. Calling it a night. I just want to take a quick moment and thank the Herd, Farming Simulator LFG, Gold Gaming, and Farmer Sim, Also, big shout out to West Boise and Lip Slicker for helping me make this episode possible. Without all of their help, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you guys for agreeing to be a part of it. Make sure to check out their link to their YouTube channel in the description below and go give them a like and a follow. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when more episodes like this come out. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.